want some extra, you may have rather some extra turkey laying around, and if you have run out of ideas for what to do with it, help is here. Audience, give it up for our foodie queen, Stephanie Hansen, everyone. Hello, foodie queen.
Hello.
Two things. First, happy belated Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you.
Did you have a good one?
You know, family.
Why do you think I went to Disney World? Yes.
Yep.
Except for my mom.
You next year.
Yeah, I'm going to bring my mom next year. And number two, I just want the audience to know, we're pulling back the curtain a little bit. This segment was made during the radio show today when Stephanie was filling in. So she did two things. She was a multitasker. She filled in on my radio show and made this soup.
I made
That's right.
the soup in studio.
Yeah, I know.
It's good though.
Okay,
so
what are we doing?
We're gonna make pretend soup over here that I'll finish up later. So if you are at this point of the Thanksgiving holiday, you probably have some leftovers still, and you've got the turkey. You for sure maybe have the carcass. So I'm gonna show you how to make some delicious turkey wild rice soup. And it's based on a chicken wild rice soup that I do that's real popular.
Okay.
But the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to make your stock, right? This is my turkey carcass with the skin and the bones and all the things. And I put it in my Instant Pot for 40 minutes with water, and it gets all of the deliciousness.
Okay.
Now, you might eat, I cut up some carrots, but you might have leftover carrots, leftover peas. You could even put your green bean casserole in here, friends, if you've got leftovers. It's gonna be a little, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it'll make soup. So I've got my carrots, I've got my celery.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my onions.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm just literally loading all this up in the Instant Pot. Some mushrooms. If you had pearl onions left over, you could put those in. Okay.
The audience got very excited about pearl onions.
They really did. Okay, so we've got all of our things in our pot.
Okay.
Now we are going to add our garlic.
Okay.
And I'm literally just dumping pepper.
Okay.
This recipe's on my website. Thyme, salt, sage, and wild rice. Uncooked wild rice.
You got the audience at pearl onions, sage, and wild rice. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna add our fatty, yummy turkey stock.
Okay.
4 cups. You're gonna need, at the end of the day, about 6 cups of liquid. So I put my 4 cups in there. I stir. I wanna make sure that I get the rice cooked here.
Yeah.
So I have another bag of stock over there. I might add just a little bit because you kind of want it to come up to the top of your pile of ingredients there, and it's a little shy.
So Eric has a shot of this. So you want it a little wetter than that.
Yeah, you want to like see a little bit of the water on top.
Got it.
But okay, so then you would close it up and you would put it in your Instant Pot for 45 on manual. Okay. When it's done, you release your pot and you open it and you go,
this is the part that always scares me.
Wow, this looks delicious. No, I've already released this one.
Okay.
And I already...
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I already added cream in here.
Okay.
And then...
That doesn't look overly, like, I don't like a cream-based soup because it's too creamy. That looks pretty good.
Thank
not
you.
too creamy. No, I just mean not too creamy.
Yeah, you can make it creamier if you wanted or brothier. You wouldn't even have to use cream if you didn't want to. You could just use broth. But when it's done, then you pour your leftover turkey in there.
I noticed that we did not do the turkey right away.
Because the turkey's already cooked, so you don't want to cook it again within an inch of its life. That thing's already cooked for about 5 hours. So you get your rice done, your veggies done, then you can open it up. If it's not brothy enough, you can make it brothier. If you want to add cream, because you like a creamy wild rice soup like I do, you add your cream. But here we've got all of that like Thanksgiving tasty goodness.
Okay. I love those
here.
bowls. Where'd you get those bowls?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have all kinds of like TV bowls.
I love that, but that's a good bowl.
Okay. That one's for you.
Can I tell you, Kendall has been waiting
come here,
like all morning long. She knew you were doing this.
Like a vulture.
Like a vulture. Okay.
It's good. No, and because I made this at 7 o'clock this morning in the studio.
Yeah.
But here's what I do with, so
Can I have some?
Oh yeah, I make all these leftovers.
It's really hot.
Yeah, I know. It's like well, Kendall should get served first. Ladies first. Okay.
Okay.
I was ready, sorry.
It's all right. It's fine. Okay, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
So what I do is I make all these leftovers. So I'll have like 2 big pots of soup, and I'll put them in quart jars for Christmas gifts. So I'll tie a little ribbon on there with a little card.
Can I get one of those?
Yeah, me too,
Okay.
me too.
And so instead of giving like cookie platters, I give soup. So people call me the soup lady. That's probably why. Someone found me at the
Book signing?
No, I was at the Lake Elmo Inn this weekend, and the server said, "You're the soup lady." I was like, "Yes, I am." She was real cute.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
I do not like wild rice soup.
You don't?
I do not.
Oh.
I do not.
Oh.
Yum.
This I could eat a bathtub full.
Why do you think you like this, but you don't normally like wild rice soup?
Because I love you.
Oh.
It's not as thick either.
Yeah, it is.
And that.
No.
Some people
this-
like that really thick,
I don't.
floppy.
Right.
And you can make it thicker. Like I do have a little cornstarch and flour base that I made just in case I wanted it thicker. I think it's actually pretty good, so I don't add it unless I need it.
No, this is so, it is, that's what it is.
Oh,
it's
thank you.
I don't like that thick, like Red Lobster clam chowder nonsense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love
like
for me, I love the flavors and the smell of all of that turkey Thanksgiving that you really do kind of get in that.
Oh, that is, may I please save a bowl for me for lunch?
Yes.
There we go.
Bravo.
More with Stephanie and Kendall when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. This recipe's on stephaniesdish.com. Seriously. Oh my God. Oh my God. Welcome back. Well, I always, I usually do this on the radio show, but I thought, I say this too on the show. One of my favorite times is when I get back from a trip and inevitably adventures happen and funny things happen, and I love sharing stories to try to make you laugh for just a couple minutes. And Stephanie already knows the story because I told her this morning.
It's a good one.
So I'm at Disney World, and just follow along with me here. We got reservations at this really at this new restaurant. It's a hard ticket to get. It's called Space 220. You feel like you're eating in space, blah, blah, blah.
Cool.
That's not the story. It's a hard reservation to get. So we got one right at opening. So we get to the place, and there's a line already formed. And it's kind of like a candy cane. And the top of the candy cane goes into the building, okay? Colin and I are about 10, 12 people back. And we walk up, and Colin goes, are all these people, do they have reservations? Or are they trying to, they have like a standby line too. We didn't know. There was no employees, they call them cast, there are no cast members around, so we're all kind of standing there. But as we're standing there and keep this in mind, for a good 15 or 20 minutes, okay? Now, they open at 11:30, it's now like 11:46, and all of us in this line have reservations around 11:30, 11:35, 11:40, anyway. And I hear from everybody that we all have reservations. The 20-minute mark, we see this mom, dad, and 2 kids, both in strollers, and they come from, we don't know where they came from. They just appear, and they go right to the top of the candy cane, cut through the people, and try to get seated. And Colin, who out of the 2 of us is not the confrontational one, I am the one that will stand up for, I'm the one that if someone's yelling at a barista, I will yell at them. Colin had a bout of, I don't know, he went up to the woman calmly and he goes, hi, we're all waiting. This is the line. She completely ignored him. Like wouldn't turn around, wouldn't acknowledge his presence.
No.
So then after Colin went, he turned around to the crowd and we're all like this. The host went to seat them.
No.
Yeah.
The host didn't get the memo.
The host went to seat them. So I'm feeling it right now. The blood just like flailing. And I marched up and I went to the side of the candy cane and I went like that and I went like that. I looked at her and I go, there's a whole line here. We're all, and I pointed to my people, all of us, and I said, we're all waiting. And she turns around and she goes, we have a reservation. And I went, we all have a reservation. And then she turned around, and I'm not kidding, audience. Her whole body language changed, and she went like this. She goes, "You're gonna get angry now? You're gonna get angry?"
Like a gremlin?
She was was going like this, like she was gonna wrestle me.
Rocky.
Like she got in a wrestling stance.
Oh.
And she did. She was, what, we all gonna get angry?
Where was the husband and the stroller? Kids in the stroller.
The husband was halfway down the hallway.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her and I didn't quite know how to respond to the wrestling stance. So I kind of cocked my head like a dog going to the vet. You know, I'm like, I'm gonna de-escalate this. So I turned to Alicia. I'm not changing her name. I turned to Alicia at the Space 220 restaurant, worked the midday shift Friday.
The hostess.
The hostess. She was a delightful thing. I look at her and I went, what are you doing? You're allowing this woman to cut in front of all of us. At this point, there's like 25 people. And she said nothing, no apology, no nothing, and let that family go by. I turned around and the crowd was like, yes, thank you. I was like a gay Joan of Arc for these people.
You were Norma Ray.
I was Norma Ray.
Of the restaurant line.
That's a better now. I was Norma Ray.
For the people.
We got into this cute little couple. She looked at me. She's like teeny tiny, and we're in the elevator together. And she looks at me and she goes, "You're my hero."
Aww.
And I go, thanks. I don't usually lose my temper. She goes, I would have. She goes, thanks. By the way, thanks to Stephanie. You can find all of her recipes and her pics at stephaniesdish.com. Hey, really quick, we gotta go. Tell the folks you're on. Kathy, where's her today?
I am. I'm going to be on NPR at noon today talking about the True North Cabin Cookbook.
We're so proud of you. Get Stephanie's cookbook if you haven't already. Right there it is, True North Cabin Cookbook. We're proud of our friend. We're going to take a break. The mailbag and more when we return. Back in a moment. Let's just have you stay here. You mind?